massive 3 points. That was a massive performance from the Arsenal on Sunday, beating title challengers Liverpool 3-1 and getting ourselves firmly back, mathematically speaking, in the title race. And it was just an amazing game. You've seen from the beginning, you know, I've put some clips in of the atmosphere in the stadium. It was incredible to be there and to watch it live. Some brilliant performances from Arsenal. One or two dodgy moments, but one dodgy moment from Saliba that we'll go into. But just overall, just a massive performance, massive win. And yeah, there's plenty to talk about. So let's just go straight into it. First of all, we'll go to before kickoff. If you saw my pre-match, you'd see that I was saying that I think Jesus could be really key for us in this game. And, you know, any chance we have of winning, I think will be massive with Jesus. Turns out the geezer didn't even play. Injured again, or, you know, I don't think it's major injury, something to do with his knee again. I think they said something about, you know, he's has fluid in his knee or something that he, you know, so he'll probably be playing on the weekend against West Ham. But if it wasn't already time to worry about Jesus' injury, especially with his knee, I think it is now. Look, Jesus, I said it before in my other video, that as a pure football player, he's probably the best we have in the club, definitely within the top three. But the boy cannot be relied on. It's just that simple. And it's a shame because he's just such a brilliant player. Okay, he's not the best goal scorer in the world, but he's just overall ability and the way he makes us play, and the fact we're a much better team with Jesus, it's just such a shame. We can't rely on him, and, you know, hopefully in the summer we bring someone else in, and, you know, he's more of a second striker / option to play out on the wing. But yeah, so that was quite a blow before kickoff. And, you know, Kai Havertz got given a nod up front, and Jorginho did play in the midfield, kind of like I expected him to. And yeah, it was, I'll be honest, before the game when I saw Havertz up front, I thought, not too sure. And I really thought personally without Jesus that we would really struggle, especially to score goals. However, Liverpool were missing key players as well. Núñez started on the bench. I don't think he was 100% fit. He did come on and he weren't great, but obviously they didn't have Salah, and Szoboszlai wasn't playing either. Endo's away. So, you know, Liverpool were missing players as well, but we had a few key players out. So it did set up to be an interesting game, and one that I said I didn't think would be much of a tactical battle, I think did kind of turn into that. And yeah, we'll just go into it. So Arsenal started the game really well. I thought, if you watch Monday Night Football as well, they sort of highlight it, the way Arsenal were defending and hunting and, you know, pressing from the front against Liverpool. And I thought our press was really good. I think we had good triggers. You know, there was a clip Jamie Carragher showed, who we'll talk about Jamie Carragher a bit later on, actually. What a dickhead. But his analyst was actually very good. There's times like when Joe Gomez would have the ball and then Declan Rice would see that as a trigger and boom, go and just press him, and then everyone would press together. It's a mad way how we defend, really. You know, when you look at it from the screen, you think if they just play this one ball, Arsenal are in trouble. But we press so well and so aggressively together that it sort of nullifies any attempt to be able to play that ball. And Liverpool are very much a long ball team. Don't let anyone kid you that Liverpool are not a long ball team. They are. They do it brilliantly, and they've got some amazing players who can hit amazing long passes like Van Dijk, etc. But we sort of got to them quick and pressed them quickly to try to stop the ability to be able to play through if they did try it, or play over the top. And I think we dealt with it really well. And we nicked it back in a couple of dangerous positions where, again, we could have done better. And it was a game that kind of suited us. Martinelli looked amazing in the game, and I think that was largely due to how Liverpool play. They gave us space, and they gave him space to run into, opportunities to run at people. Trent had an awful game, on the ball and off it. Me and my friend, who's actually a Liverpool fan, he come with me to the game. And when we was watching it, he was saying to me during the game, what is Trent doing? Like, there's times he was up front and he was on the wing in midfield, anywhere but right back, really. And I think that might have been a slight tactic from Jurgen Klopp to, in a way, make it so Trent didn't have to defend one-on-one against Martinelli, because he knows that he's incapable of doing it. Martinelli just always rips him to pieces. The only time Martinelli did have a run at him, he went past him as if Trent wasn't there. So I think it was more dragging Konate over there to deal with Martinelli so Trent didn't have to, and try to get Trent in the positions where he could really hurt us. And it didn't happen a lot in the game. Towards the end of the first half, Trent started getting in positions where he could put crosses in. But overall, I think we nullified them really well. And we had a massive chance early on from Martinelli. I think Liverpool had a corner or a free kick. Either way, David Raya has come and claimed the ball. I thought David Raya played really well as well, by the way. His ability to come and claim crosses is outstanding, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's grabbed the ball and he's just launched it straight to Martinelli to have a run. And he's absolutely left Konate for dead, who isn't slow, by the way. He's a quick defender. Martinelli's absolutely burnt him. Saka's caught up with him. He's put the cross in. Saka's got his head on it and somehow missed it. He's got an open goal. Had to be a goal. Which was a shame because it would have been a really lovely goal. And one we don't see too much from Arsenal because we don't always have the space to counter-attack like that. And it was good to see Martinelli open his legs up again and remind everyone what he's all about. And I thought we had a really, really good game. We'll obviously come to his goal. But the first goal did come in a really good way. I thought our goal was absolutely brilliant. The way we kept the ball, kept it around the back between like Saliba, Gabriel and Ben White. Declan Rice was coming a bit deeper and getting it. And just drew Liverpool out. And then it got to a point where we just popped it between, I think it was... Who was it? It was Jorginho, Gabriel and maybe Havertz, I think it was. Couple of one-touch passes, bang, 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 through a triangle. Then Gabriel with the last pass, got it out to Zinchenko on the left wing. He's come inside, passed it to Odegaard. Van Dijk's then jumped in, stupidly, trying to press Odegaard. Havertz has just run off him. Odegaard with an absolute beautiful pass. Beautiful weight of pass. Havertz is through one-on-one. And I just wish he had to put it in first time. But unfortunately, he has a shot, it was a shot that I feel lacked belief that he was going to score. I think he was just happy to like hit the target. It was a weird one. But he's hit the target, Alisson saved it. Saka's there, one touch and finish and puts us 1-0 up, and deservedly so. But the play before that was just beautiful. The way we made Liverpool jump out of their press, popped it round them. Van Dijk uncharacteristically had a very poor game, I thought. Jumps out to Odegaard thinking he can clatter him, and Odegaard just says, see ya. Puts Havertz in behind, who showed a real good bit of pace, actually. I thought in this game in general, Kai Havertz looked quite quick. And I was like, okay, I didn't realise you had that sort of burst of speed. Because sometimes he looks quick, but other times he looks like he's not he's not at all. But I think he played with real purpose and hunger this game, especially in the second half. He was putting himself about, but again, we'll go a little bit more into his performance later. But yeah, put us up, and to be honest, we controlled the game, and then we let in the most dog shit goal a minute before half time. I think we will ever let in. Saliba, who's been pretty much flawless this season, you know, had a poor, not a poor game, but had a bit of a poor moment against Forest on Tuesday. Had another stinker here, you know. They just play another like sort of hopeful ball in behind. Saliba gets across to Diaz, shields him, waiting for Raya to come and get it. I don't know why he's doing that. He should just be clearing the ball, especially when it's that close to half time. Just pull it out for a throw in, and then we'll deal with the throw coming in. Raya doesn't come. Diaz somehow gets his foot, flicks it, hits Gabriel's arm, and then goes into the back of the net. And you know it's unfortunate because I thought Gabriel had a really, really good game. I think he was the best centre back on the pitch, but he probably won't be remembered for it because one, is Gabriel, and people would like to just ignore him and underrate him for some reason. But now he's got that own goal, people will just say, yeah, but he's got an own goal. But he was actually brilliant, I thought. And it goes to half time, and I was absolutely seething in the stands. I was absolutely livid, and I really thought we're going to struggle now. They're going to have all the momentum, and we might not come back from it. And the first 5-10 minutes of the second half looked like that. Liverpool started to dominate the ball. They had a few pop shots, and I started to fear the worst, to be honest. But then somehow in the second half, Liverpool and Van Dijk and Alisson especially somehow managed to top what Saliba and Raya done the other end. Made an even worse mistake. Just a long ball from Gabriel. Martinelli's moved into the centre forward spot. Put some pressure on Van Dijk. Gave him a little nudge. Him and Alisson missed the ball completely. And Martinelli has a tap in. Just rolls it into an empty net. And the atmosphere in the stadium at that point was absolutely amazing. And then we sort of sat back and defended in a different way to we had been. Instead of going, you know, all out press and stuff, we sat more in the shape and made it hard for us, hard for them to break us down. and just resorted to sort of crosses in the box, really, that Raya was pretty much eating up every time. It said on the stats that Liverpool had a shot on target. I genuinely don't remember him having a shot on target, but, you know, they only had one, and we just defended them brilliantly. And then Kai Havertz, you know, like I said, second half, I felt he was making real good purposeful runs. And in the first half, I felt like we were going along to him a few times, but he never really looked like winning it. He never really looked interested in trying to win it. But second half, I feel like he really changed, and he started playing with a real hunger and nastiness about him. You know, he's running power wide. The way he was running in behind, he was putting his body into Konate. Done that at one point, and then Konate just pulls him down. He gets the free kick, and Konate gets booked. And then later on in the game, another time he gets the ball, chops in from Konate. He body checks him, gets a second yellow card and gets sent off. I actually thought Konate was having a decent game up until then. I've seen a lot of people saying he had a tough game. I thought he played quite well, in all fairness. But yeah, he got sent off, and all because of Kai Havertz. And he, like I said, he was just running all day. Another time, a long ball, I think maybe from Raya or a centre-back. He's in between, I think it was Gomez and Van Dijk, and somehow he's just put his body in, killed the ball dead, and then run it to the corner flag. I don't know how he done it. I thought Kai Havertz had a really, really good game. And I think the thing is why a lot of people get onto Kai Havertz is they say, oh, 65 million, should be doing more, should be doing this, should be doing that. I think we need to slowly start accepting him for what he is. Because for me, he's a lot better at what I thought he wouldn't be good at. And he's probably not doing what I expected him to do. But I think defensively he helps us out a lot. It does give us an out ball, which is something we don't really have. From a long ball, we can ping it up to him. You know, you see a stat and it'll say he lost the most duels in the game, but he was up against two brick shit-ass centre-halves. But I watched the game and he gave them all sorts of egg and he played really well. And like I said, I just wish he had scored that goal in the first half, because if Saka wasn't there to tap that in, this would probably be a different chat and people would be onto him. And I think his confidence might have gone down if Saka wasn't there to actually tap it in, because he knows the crowd would have been onto him. But I thought overall we had a really, really good game. And another player I think we definitely need to speak about. Actually, no, wait, let's just talk about the third goal, actually. Obviously, Trossard comes on as a sub. A lot of people were sort of disgruntled, including myself, that Martinelli come off. We felt maybe come off a bit too early, especially considering he's our only real raw blistering pace. And the game was going to open up. We needed him for the counter-attack at 2-1. But Trossard come on, and he had another great cameo, I felt. And the goal he scored was just beautiful. Gets the ball on the left wing, absolutely spins Harvey Elliott, and I think it was Luis Diaz. Runs it towards goal, and I was quite surprised he was running towards goal, because it was quite late on in the game and there was no one up with him. And I'm in the North Bank, so he's running towards me, and I'm thinking, bloody hell, he's coming to goal. And as he's getting to the box, I realise that there's no one running in, and I've said to myself, just hit it. And he's just hit it with his left foot, took a deflection, went in. Getting a bit of a poor goal from Liverpool point of view, but great from us, and that was the game sealed. And it was done. You know, and the stadium was going absolutely crazy. The atmosphere in the Emirates on Sunday was absolutely brilliant. Because we knew that it was a big win. It's always big to beat Liverpool, but it's big because we're both going for the title. I don't think any of us have a chance. I think City are going to piss it. Klopp's last game against Arteta for Arsenal, Liverpool anyway. So it was a massive game, and it was a massive, massive win. And I think another thing, Arsenal felt probably a bit pissed off because we know that we should have beat them in the FA Cup, and it was a little bit of revenge in a way. And massive win, like I said, it puts us now 2 points behind Liverpool, moved us up to second temporarily until City played yesterday and beat Brentford, so now we're back down to third, but only 2 points behind the leaders, and that's massive for us, so puts us in a really good position. And yeah, just a couple other things I'll talk about. So Jorginho being one of them. I've called for Jorginho, if you've watched the channel and previews, I've called for him to start quite a bit in certain games quite recently, because I do think at the moment he makes up our best midfield three. And when I was walking to the game with my friend, who I said before is a Liverpool fan, and I was saying about Jorginho, and I was like, trust me, Jorginho is class. And he was like, is he though? Like, and I said the same thing. I said, unless he plays for your team, I don't think you appreciate him. Because when he was at Chelsea, I didn't really think he was all that either. Now, if he was in a team, I'd think, yeah, you can get legs around him and run all over him. But now I've seen him at Arsenal, he's so clever and he's so good on the ball that you can't run all over him. You know, yes, he has his limitations, but I thought on Sunday he was flawless. The way he plays the game, I absolutely love. And it's something, like I said, I didn't appreciate till he come to Arsenal, and, you know, you start appreciating it more when it's for the team you support and watch week in, week out. I thought he was amazing. The way he would just play the ball. He knows when to keep it safe and play it sideways or backwards, but he's got the great way to pass when he plays it forward if he has to. There was one point he went having a jolly up, running down the right wing on his own. He must have had a fucking nosebleed. Then he just cut back and played it back, and I was just laughing to myself. I thought he was amazing. Definitely the man of the match in my opinion. Him and Declan Rice and Odegaard I thought completely dominated the midfield. But like they should have, in my opinion. When I saw the teams, I said to my friend who I was with, we should dominate you in midfield, and if we don't, I'm going to be fucking livid. And we did, and I thought the whole team was good, but I thought the midfield was brilliant. And I was really happy with Jorginho and Rice. And for me, in away games and probably, bigger games, I would be playing them both without a shadow of a doubt. They complement each other really, really well, I think. And just one more thing, I didn't really want to talk about this because I didn't want to give it attention, but you've got to talk about the absolute fucking cretins and dickheads who are like Jamie Carragher and Neville and all that, who are giving Arsenal shit about the way we celebrated. Oh, they're over-celebrating, get down the tunnel. Just fucking hypocrites and just absolute dickheads. Especially Jamie Carragher, right? Look, he's a Liverpool fan. He was blatantly pissed off and bitter. I actually get that. I would be probably the same. But at least afterwards come out and say, yeah, look, I was being a dick because we lost. But he was just, oh yeah, get down the tunnel when Odegaard's taking a photo with the fucking club photographer. And he's just so bitter. It just really wound me up. But he don't mind when Klopp's running onto pitches, does he? When they get a lucky last-minute goal against Everton. Or when they get a goal against Norwich and he goes sprinting down the fucking touchline. No, he loves that, doesn't he? Oh, Klopp. Oh, love you, Klopp. Oh, Klopp lad. Fucking idiots, man. Fuck me off. And then Gary Neville saying, oh yeah, Arsenal a bit immature in the celebrations. Mate, you literally lips another man when you played the game because he scored a goal against some of your rivals. If you can't celebrate when you win a big game, or any game, when can you celebrate? It's so dumb. That's what Odegaard said. I mean, it's not an over-celebration. It was a big game for us. We had to win. Everyone knew if we didn't win, we were essentially out of it. So we had to win. We celebrated it. So fucking what, man? Grow up. It doesn't mean... when people say, oh, you celebrate like you've won the league, like Ferdinand. I mean, he's a fucking dickhead and all. We didn't celebrate like we won the league. We celebrated like we won a big game. It's fine. When, I think, who is it? Spurs, who did they beat earlier in the season? Last minute. Sheffield United. And they're all like this with a crowd afterwards. And everyone's like, oh, Andrew's doing such a good job. Look what he's doing at Tottenham. It's always one rule for everyone else and one rule for Arsenal when we win. They just fucking hate us. I don't know why. And then Neville saying Arteta's never going to win anything big with this club. Fuck me, I really hope he does. And they all hate on Arteta. They all hate on him because they all think that they was a better player than him, which admittedly most of them were. But they hate the fact that he's a much better manager and is doing things that none of them could ever do. And they fucking hate it. They're just sour old fucking pricks. And the thing is, I actually like them as pundits a lot of the time. When they actually talk about football, I like listening to them and I think they're quite clever. But just when they talk about Arsenal, they're just fucking dickheads. But anyway, moving on from that. Just going to go into my player ratings to end the video. Yeah, David Raya, I thought was probably one of his best games in Arsenal shirt. Apart from that mix-up with Saliba, which I do put more down to Saliba than I do Raya. I thought he claimed a lot. His distribution was good. Didn't really have to save anything. There was one point when I was there and a cross come in the second half and he's coming out for it and he looks like he's getting absolutely nowhere near it and my head was in my hands. I thought, oh fuck. And somehow he's caught it and then sent us on our way. I think it might have been when Kanate got booked. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I thought he had a brilliant performance. I'll give him a 7. Ben White, my guy. I love Ben White. And I think he's been getting a lot of shit, a bit too harshly. Like, don't get me wrong, there was a period a little while ago, he wasn't playing his best, but he still wasn't ever as bad as people made him out to be, in my opinion. And another player, similar to Gabriel, for some reason, will just never get the respect he deserves. From, like, other fan bases, etc. But I thought he was brilliant. He was taking the piss in the first half. He was Cruyffing. I think he'd done about 2 or 3 Cruyff turns, nutmegged about at least one person, if not 2. And I think even I saw Arteta on the sideline maybe tell him to calm down a bit. And then, but not just that, defensively he was brilliant. He didn't get beat once one-on-one and he was up against Diaz, who was, probably Liverpool's biggest threat in terms of a one-on-one battle. And he absolutely pocketed him. I'd give Ben White an 8. I thought he was brilliant. Saliba. thought overall he was alright, but again now there's 2 games in a row he's made a mistake to cost us clean sheets. But look, you know, it happens. But I thought overall he had a decent game. I want to give him a 7. So I don't want to give anyone really less than a 7 for this performance, because I thought we dominated the best team in the league so far this season, and we did. So Saliba I'll give a 7. Gabriel, like I said, I thought he was the best centre back on the pitch personally, so I will give him an 8. I thought overall he dealt with them. He absolutely dominated them physically. Absolute colossal performance. His passing was good. Give him an 8. Love Gabriel. Zinchenko only played 1 half, but I thought for that 1 half he was good. I said I didn't want to give anyone below 7. I'll probably have to give him a 6 because he only played 45 minutes, but I thought he was really good. No, Joe, I'll give him a 7. I thought on the ball he was brilliant. Didn't get done defensively. Played a big pass in our first goal. So yeah, I'll give him a 7 Zinch. Hopefully his injury's not too bad. Declan Rice, I thought was amazing. The way that guy can win a ball back, the amount of distance he covers, his passing range is good. I don't know why people seem to think he can't pass. He can. Brilliant performance. I'll give him an 8. Oh, I'm tempted to give him a 9. No, Joe, what? Fuck it. I want to give him a 9. I thought he was brilliant. The man next to him, Jorginho, this is very keen, but I'm giving him a 10. I thought he was fucking unreal, flawless. And I spoke about this with my brother yesterday, and he said, oh, you can't give him a 10. You can only give someone a 10 if they score a hat-trick or something. No, fuck it, I'm giving him a 10. I thought he was brilliant. Come into that game, doesn't start every week, obviously. And he was a massive reason why we absolutely dominated him. So I'm giving him a 10, my man of the match. Odegaard, I thought played good again. Again, could have had a couple of assists. I do feel sorry for him. He creates these chances and people don't put them away. Again, you know, people say, oh, yeah, look at his stats. But he puts Kai one-on-one and he misses. Like, what do you want him to do? Led the press brilliantly. Good on the ball. Going to give him an 8. Saka and Martinelli both got big goals. I don't think Saka's overall performance was amazing. Not as good as Martinelli, so I'm going to give him a 7. But he still scored a big goal. Should have had another. I think Martinelli's overall performance was better. I thought he was running Konate ragged. And, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Konate did tackle him and that and beat him to the ball a few times, but he kept causing on problems. Caused a mix-up between Van Dijk and Alisson to score the goal, so I'm going to give him an 8. Kai Havertz didn't score, but done pretty much everything. But, you know, he run his absolute nuts off. He physically was putting himself about. I can't give him higher than Saka, so I'll give him a 7 as well, but I thought he was really good. People off the bench, Kivior. I was sweating when I saw him come on at half-time. I thought, oh no. So I don't like Kivior as a left-back. I'm not majorly convinced about him as a centre-back, but I don't like him as a left-back. But he played brilliantly. Good on the ball. Got the assist for Trossard's goal, which I know he just headed it, trying to clear it. But I thought he played really well. I'll give him a 7 as well. Trossard, for the goal alone, I'm giving him an 8. But his overall cameo was very good. But that goal was crazy. Nelson, I'll give a standard 7 as well. I don't know what else come on, if anyone else did. Anyone else come on? Maybe, but I can't remember if they did. If they did, I'll give them a standard 6. But yeah, and Arteta, my man, I think he completely out-coached Klopp on that day, so I'm going to give him a 9. It was a massive, big win, but now we have to follow it up. Got a big game Sunday coming up against West Ham. Last season, remember when we should have won the title, we played Liverpool, dropped points 2-2, and then we lost to West Ham. But we got a very positive result against Liverpool now by beating them. Even this season, drew away at Anfield, which was a fine point. Then we lost to West Ham the game after. Can't let this happen again. We have to beat them. And I think, in all honesty, we will. But we'll talk about that in the video later on in the week. Thank you guys for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, I'll talk to you later on in the week for the West Ham preview. Yeah, leave in your comments who you thought was man of the match. Do you think I'm being a bit keen with Jorginho? But I thought he was amazing personally. But yeah, yeah, talk to you guys soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.